Brett Favre is getting his number retired on Thanksgiving night. And I know that there is a large hope, since we just had a call from Alabama, that one of Alabama's greatest of all time, Bart Starr, will be there. Now, you have some inside information on all of this, correct, Steve Mariucci?
So, when I was a kid growing up, I grew up north of Green Bay. So the Packers were my team. Now, it just so happened to be during their dynasty years, right? So it was very easy to become infatuated with the Packers and Lombardi and Bart Starr. I have an autograph. Darn it, I have an autograph picture of me at 9 years old getting an autograph from Bart Starr.
No kidding.
Yeah, and so, and then having coached there, you know, I got to know him. He's the reason I became in love with football, all right? When you go out and play football, you got to be somebody, and I was Bart Starr, okay, when I was a kid. So he's an idol of mine. He's my hero. He's everything, all right? So he had a couple strokes. And all of his rehab right now and everything that he's trying to do from a daily basis is to get back healthy enough to be there for Brett Favre's halftime.
On Thanksgiving night.
Thanksgiving night. It's going to be the biggest moment in Lambeau Field history, okay? So Bart's people called me and asked me if I could speak at their luncheon. They're having a luncheon for Rawhide, which is a boys' it helps boys who are having some troubles, and it gets them back on the right track. And Bart's been doing that for a long, long time. But I couldn't because we're working. We're working on Thanksgiving, right? We do all the pregame shows.
Sure.
So I said, I can't go. I'm so sorry. I would love to be at that game and at your... So anyway, they told me he's going to be in San Diego. And I said, when? Well, it happened to be on my birthday. So I said, Gail, here's my birthday present. We're flying down there. We had dinner with Cherry and Bart Starr on my birthday.
When you
my
turned
60th.
60 with the guy that when you were 9 years old, you grew up idolizing. I have goosebumps
Best.
right now, by the way, Steve.
So,
wow.
So he can't walk. I mean, he's just kind of walking like this, but he's walking. Because the last time he got, after the strokes, he's getting stem cell treatment. Okay. He was in a wheelchair, and now he's up shuffling, walking. He's making some improvements.
So do you think he's going to make it for Thursday night?
I know he's going to make it. I know he's going to make it. And so he's had some ups and downs, but he's just bound and determined to be there. That he's got to figure out, does he ride in a golf cart? You know, how are they going to get him out there? Is Aaron Rodgers going to come? It'd be so awesome to have Brett and Aaron Rodgers help him out to half court.
So are people reaching out to you to find out, like what I'm doing about Bart Starr?
You know who reached out to ask what's going on with Bart? Roger Goodell called me a couple days ago.
The commissioner?
Yeah, Roger called me. I was in my hotel here in L.A. He goes, Mooch, I heard you were with Bart Starr and had dinner. I said, absolutely. He said, tell me how he is, because he's a Bart Starr fanatic too. I mean, people in my generation, right? Bart Starr, and so we talked about it, and Roger was trying to decide, is he going to go to the game, and you know, that kind of thing, and so there's such a concern about his health right now, in this treatment, and how much longer, you know, he can do what he does, and so it was just the best birthday I ever had in my life.
Oh, God, incredible. And you think he's going to, he's going to be there Thursday night? Bart Starr.
God willing, he will be there. His flight is leaving on Wednesday. They're going to stay in the hotel. They have the luncheon the next day, and they got a couple of things that they want to accomplish and see if a couple people.
Incredible, because they're all coming back, right? If he makes it, then you got Starr, you got Favre. I imagine Aaron Rodgers. They'll somehow, some way get him out of the locker room to be part of this thing.
Got to. And
Holmgren, they'll all be there, right?
They should be there. I hope the whole team is there. You know, from when Bart played. It's going to be a very emotional night.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern. On Audience.